Hey guys, it's Dani. Welcome back to Dani's Fit Tips. I got some really good questions from Instagram and Facebook, so I thought I would address a couple on this video. There's a lot of questions, so I'm only going to address a few and we can get into some more later on in a different video. So my first it really hits home because I remember being a beginner in the gym and being very intimidated by the free weight area and the men. To be honest, I was intimidated by the men there too. But if you're a beginner, please don't feel intimidated, and please don't be afraid to go to the free weight area, because that's what's actually going to use more muscle groups, and it's going to shape your body a lot more than machines will, because machines are fixed motion. Free weights, you have to use a lot more muscle groups to go in a motion. So definitely, if you're a beginner, go to the free weight area. Start off with small weights. Please don't pick up the 1-pounders, because let's be honest, they don't do anything. You really want to be challenged in what you do. So pick up a weight that's challenging for you. It should be within the 12 to 15 rep range, and you should be struggling to get those last few out. Big thing, if you don't know the proper form to it, please don't attempt it. Don't even try it if you don't know the proper form. Otherwise, you're going to end up hurting yourself. Then you are going to be traumatized from ever going back to the gym. So pick up a copy of Muscle and Fitness Hers magazine. They always have great workouts every single month of their issues, and it gets you to stay motivated and looking forward to that new workout. So that's my tip for beginners in the gym. Building versus leaning. Building and leaning are two separate goals, and they're really difficult to do simultaneously, but it can be done. Building, especially when weight training, you want to stick between the 8 to 10 rep range, and for leaning, it could be endless reps, just burning that muscle out, and very little rest. Building requires more rest in between sets for your body to recover and get right back into that next set. Also with building, you tend to eat more carbs, tend to eat more food in general to fuel those muscles to build more. And leaning, you tend to eat less carbs and less food, but you never want to cut your carbs out. I'll explain that in a second. So your body will adapt to whatever you're doing. So whether you're training and dieting, you want to switch those things up every 3 to 4 weeks to keep your body guessing. Carb consumption, and whether or not they're used just to build or just for energy. I did post a picture on my Instagram about carbs. They definitely are used to build muscle. So they're not just a fuel source. They're actually, it actually is used to save protein as an energy source so that it's used more for building. So carbs definitely help build. So if you're looking to build, add more carbs, play with your macronutrient totals, which are your grams of protein, fat, and carbs, and see, it's really fun to discover what works for your body and how your body reacts to things. So with any diet, you want to give 3 to 4 weeks for your body to adjust to it and react to it. I got a lot of questions of what I did in the beginning of my journey, if I focused more on cardio or weights. I actually focused on both. Cardio and weight training and your diet all have to work together for you to make a huge change in your body. If you're going to eat garbage and still train really hard and train your butt off and do a lot of cardio, it's pretty much not even going to equal out. It's not going to make any change to your body. So you want everything to work together. You should be eating clean 90 to 100% of the time. And you can have like your treat meal every now and then, a couple times a week. Never ever a whole day of cheating. One whole day can ruin your entire week of progress. So don't cheat for a whole day. Meal prep. This just means getting your meals ready ahead of time so that you are prepared for success. So like if you're out and about, you have your food with you and you don't have to go to McDonald's or some fast food place for a meal, and you don't have to use that as an excuse for not being prepared. So definitely take some time at the end of the week or whenever you have time, cook up a bunch of chicken and fish and vegetables, portion them out, and have them just ready for the week. Goal setting. definitely a huge one, especially plays a huge role in success. You want to write down your goals, hang them up somewhere, and read them every single day to be reminded of what you really, really want. So important to make long-term goals as well as short-term goals, because everyone's focused on that long-term, I got to get to point Z, but they're not willing to take all those steps in between to get there. So then they get really discouraged when they don't hit point Z because they didn't take those baby steps. Very important to make short-term goals and to be patient. With any big change, especially with your body, you want to be patient. It takes time. It's taken me a whole year to get to where I am right now, and I'm still not done, and I probably won't be to where I want to be even in years. Probably take another 5 to 10 years to get to where I want to be. And I know that that's just what it's going to take, so I'm not impatient. I'm very patient with that. And my last thing I'm going to address is avoiding temptation. This is so hard, especially it was for me, especially at nighttime, because you'd come home at the end of the day, and I'm hungry all the time because my metabolism is so high right now, and all I want to do is eat everything in the fridge. But avoiding temptation, you definitely think before you eat anything. Take a moment before you bite into whatever you're going to bite into, and reevaluate your goals. Remind yourself of why you started in the first place, and it should only take that for you to snap out of it and tell yourself, no, I'm going to stick to my diet, I'm going to stick to my training, and I didn't make it this far to cheat and screw it all up. So just take a moment, think about it, because we're all capable of talking ourselves into something or out of something. You can certainly talk yourself out of cheating when you're not supposed to. So I hope this helps. If you guys have any more questions, I would love to address them in my next video. Hopefully I won't wait another week to make one. It's just been a crazy week, and I have replied to all your emails. So thank you so much for writing me, and again, if you have any more questions, so happy to address them. And a big thank you to Muscle Hustle. Thank you so much. I love my tees and my tanks. So comfy. And stay tuned for another countdown to the figure stage next Wednesday, as well as more Dani's Fit Tips if I get more questions. Thank you so much, and have a really great week. Stay on track, stay dedicated, committed, relentless, diligent, and passionate. Be passionate about everything that you do, and talk yourself out of cheating, because that's what's going to get you to stop. Thank you so much. Bye.